The passing yards, probably not touchdowns.
Touchdown's tough. All right, Thanksgiving Day, Bears at Lions. Now, this is a rematch of this video, this disastrous Bears ending on Thanksgiving 24, when Chicago needs a field goal.
That cost Eberflus his job.
Correct. Sitting on timeouts, take a shot, and then they just watch time expire. Eberflus gets fired the next day. Ben Johnson ends up being the coach. Caleb is all of a sudden a great quarterback, and here we are. Now, it's the storyline.
Caleb's all of a sudden a great quarterback.
Well, I'm saying he becomes a great.
He was the #1 pick.
Well, he had a not great rookie year. Is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
You know, they were taking shots at the end zone, and it goes to 0. Head-to-head last 4 seasons, Bears and Lions. 7 wins to 1, 30 points a game and 407 total yards. Who would you rather have this year, Caleb or Goff?
I'm shocked this is even a question.
Wow.
I agree. But let's hear it.
I mean, Caleb, because the ceiling is so much higher. I agree. I know what I'm going to get with Goff, and it'll be good, I believe. But Caleb, I'm not as sure what I'm going to get. But the ceiling, the potential, I mean, you're talking about a Volvo, a nice Volvo. Nothing against Volvos. That's Goff.
I have a Volvo.
And you're talking about a Porsche. We are. I mean, there's no question about it, especially with Ben Johnson. So, yeah, give me Caleb. I'm shocked. I don't even think this is a question.
Everybody knows. I mean, listen, I'm a Caleb guy. I never stopped being a Caleb guy. I tried, Danny was on the show. Danny's from Chicago. I can't have Caleb and Mahomes. I was very nice there. So you guys know what my answer is going to be. I also I should have leaned into this more. Because
what is it?
The superhero versus civilian thing.
Oh, yeah, the civilian. You've always done that.
But this is a great example of it. One guy has the ability to be a superhero, and the other guy's an awesome civilian. So I will take the superhero. I have rationale for it, but first I would like to hear KW, who there was a brief moment in time, America, where Caleb was making the greatest plays we'd ever seen in the NFL for a couple weeks in the playoffs. Where KW came on the air on Monday, he's like, listen, I don't know what you want me to say. It might be the best play I've ever seen. And then,
it may have been the best play I've ever seen.
And then the euphoria wore off, and your skepticism, remained.
No, my skepticism is rooted in facts. I'm not talking about for their entire career. This year, I would rather have Goff over Caleb. Specifically for this matchup, they're going to play, and we showed that graphic. The Lions have owned the Bears recently. That week 2 game was 56 on that. A lot of that is not Caleb. A lot of it is just the Bears defense, which I don't think is going to be that much better. Second of all, you guys know maybe I'm old school. You know what I like? Completion percentage. Caleb completed 58% of his passes last year on average. The last 2 years, Jared Goff has only had 2 games where he was around 58%. He had 1 game where he's at 100%. In Caleb's neighborhood of quarterbacks completing 58%. Tyrod Taylor, Dylan Gabriel, then Caleb, then Russ, then J.J. McCarthy. And I know you're saying, Wilds, why'd they win so many games? Well, thank you for asking. They won so many games because they were pulling rabbits out of a hat. Of teams that had won, 11 games? 11 win teams in 2025. Point differential. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl plus 91.
Yeah, they were clutch.
Bears, okay.
He was clutch.
No, they lucky and clutch.
Clutch is the glass half full version.
It was Jaden the year before. It was Jaden the year before.
And he got robbed on that.
But you loved him. You loved him.
Whether or not I love Jaden Daniels is not. It's not relevant to this. This team had a lot of turnover luck. Had a lot of late game luck. Had a lot of bouncing balls luck. Final one. If we're going to rip the Patriots for having the easiest schedule of all time last year, I think it's noteworthy on seeing who has the toughest schedule this year. It's the Bears.
I agree.
Based on last year's win.
No, that's correct.
So for all those reasons, I would take the guy who completes more passes, has the easier schedule, has dominated head-to-head matchups.
That to me, the last 2 minutes there were an argument to why the Lions are better than the Bears, not whose quarterback's going to be better. I think
I'm a wins guy too.
I think you might, but you're a completion percentage guy. because the wins went to Caleb last year.
Well, what I would ask you, Wiles, is don't
a lot
you,
of lucky.
second year with Ben Johnson. I agree.
Well, so
Goff, if it's going to be the same Caleb and the same Goff, I would take Goff. But I'm expecting Caleb to take a nice
That's the point that I was going to make, which is where I think you are not. I don't think it's intentional. I just don't think you're being fair to Caleb. Caleb, after his rookie year, had the things he needed to immediately, drastically improve on. The cartoonish sacks, the pre-snap penalties were 1A and 1B, and we were tracking it during preseason. And by the end of the year, he was spectacular at that. Not only was he not taking... What, KW?
Spectacular at not getting pre-snap penalties.
No, spectacular.
It's not like
No.
I've never even heard that phrase before.
I was saying it was spectacular at the front end part. You're right. You see, the pre-snap penalties things are binary. But what I think you would agree was spectacular at was his rookie year, he was taking 30-yard sacks. And his second year, he was dropping back 30 yards and throwing playoff-winning touchdowns. And he cut those out. I would imagine this year the thing he needs to improve upon the most is the accuracy and completion percentage. And when we saw him address his biggest weakness from year 1 to year 2, I would think he will address his biggest weakness from year 2 to year 3.
I would be stunned if he doesn't take a jump.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.